What happened?
What's
I'm
going
being
on?
thrown out of here because they don't want me here.
Who's they and
Could you
where's
take care
here?
of that? Could you take care of that? Basically, there is a prohibition towards filming in the Swedish Cultural Center of Stockholm. I'm not filming anyone. I'm going down a staircase. I was sitting in an environment where there was no other people, but according to the LGBT official establishment, I can't even be at the public municipal culture house. So now they're taking me out of the house.
So you're in
Yeah.
you're in a public
Yes,
building,
a
like
government
a government building.
which has what you call a prohibition of footage, which could be fine if you are taping people who are just passing by. But I was sitting just taping myself at an interview with you. And now they have managed to raise up some protection through two local guards here who are following me. You can see them behind there in the staircase. And they're taking me out of here because they think I'm violating the rights of the building.
So tell me, what is so this? But you're saying it's the
Right.
LGBT community, right? What do they have to do with this? You were
Right.
at the Gay Pride
Now
March
I'm
today in Malmo,
in a
right?
municipal government building, which has some regulation around footage. Which there's a lot of people, journalists and media people here, but apparently the LGBT people who are also in this house and they are renting basically a floor here, they have influence over also the rules. So now it's being enforced to be against me in the case that I am being a nuisance here and they don't want me here.
Is it because of the
That's
hat?
that could be a part of the hat. I think actually my persona is now becoming more or less known to anyone who wants to know about anti-Islam and anti-establishment and I'm known here. So I'm forced out and now I'm leaving the space, going through the doors here, and the guards are behind me, and I think I'm free now. So now I'm outside the building. Hey, and lots of LGBT activists are having fun, and they think that they have succeeded. You can see them here. This is the way they look. They're very happy. And of course I
And
can film
why are
people
they
here.
happy?
This
Weren't
is a
you?
public space. I'm outside the building. I can film anyone I want. It is true. I know the laws of footage. Inside the building, you have your rules. Outside the building, you don't. And now we have two LGBT activists wanting to talk. Vlad, can you see them?
So the question is, weren't you there to support? Weren't you there to support them though? Like, didn't you join the march to support the gay
Pardon me?
rights in Sweden? Weren't you at the march to support gay
That
rights
march will
in
be on
Sweden?
Saturday. I did a sort of pre-Pride
Okay.
march on Wednesday, just to and pardon me.
And they're upset with you.
Of
They are
course, and
upset
now
with
they have,
you.
think I have two lesbian activists who want to make a fuss with me, but I just ran out. It's weird. I mean, chased out of a municipal building because I'm making an interview with you online with no one else in the view except me, but they're using some kind of law saying that I can't make footage inside the building. It's hilarious.
So let's begin with why. So the initial plan was that today Milo was supposed to be there, correct? And then at the last minute he canceled. And so you're there because you're in theory supposed to meet with Milo, who is going to be holding a pride march.
Yeah, he was supposed to be in
right?
front to give a speech, and actually had wanted him to come to this very building where the LGBT people are hosting their, I don't know, events and seminars, but they're also influencing the whole building, not just one floor, and they got the guards to force me out.
Wow. And so, but are they receptive to having
Of
Milo
course
there?
not.
Did they
They
want
would
him
hate
there?
him These are the
Ah,
essence of the anti-Milo campus riot.
I understand. And yet these are the people that were planning to have a
Yeah.
pride march on Saturday
No,
through
just through
Malmo?
Stockholm.
Oh, through
Mm.
Stockholm where it's safe. Yes, I understand now. Okay,
It's a bit, yeah.
now it's all
It's
clear.
a bit messy, but yeah.
So they're really Marxists. They're not really they're not for gay rights. They're for enforcing Marxist
Yes, they
doctrine
are,
on the regular
you know,
population.
postmodern queer activists who, yes, they would like a march activist, but basically they want to control what's coming out of this march and control anyone who's, in this case, doing an alternative march. And I've been given a lot of shit the last few days because I've been in charge of this march.
Right, I understand. So how many people were there today?
I would say around 50, which is actually up the double because it was 25 last year.
And how was
It
it
was
received?
well received. I mean, the police had a good guard on the left-wing activists who followed us. And when I spoke in the main square where Miley was supposed to speak, they actually sealed them off, which meant that they couldn't get into the square at all. But they followed us and they chanted, "We don't want any racists," and then we said, "We don't want any racists neither," etc., etc. So I mean, it was almost boring because nothing happened. But some people came up to me and said that it was great done, and they are either of the homosexual orientation or they have friends and family who are, and they know much better than I do the circumstances with being LGBT in that area, which is a lot tougher than in the inner city of Stockholm, where the Stockholm Pride will be on Saturday.
So so basically what groups were opposing you in
Oh,
Malmo?
Malmo wasn't bad at all. Malmo was nothing. Lund was the worst town. It's an academic city. Lund University is from the 17th century, and it has a sizable left-wing student community there, and they opposed us quite not violently, but they chanted and they interfered with our speeches. We had thought that Malmö would be a lot worse because Malmö has 40% immigrants, and I think 90% of those 40% are Muslims, and they have a left-wing local government there in Malmö. But Malmö was actually peaceful, which meant that the left is not mobilizing enough forces against us.
So and in the university town that was also today, right?
No, today we went through 4 impoverished Muslim-dominated suburbs, what Milo called Muslim ghettos. I wouldn't go as far to call them ghettos, but they're impoverished Muslim-dominated suburbs.
And that you didn't get a lot of pushback. And it was basically basically a gay rights march you did
Yeah,
today. Is
a
that right?
gay rights march. And I spoke that in Sweden we respect gay rights, and these suburbs are also part of Sweden. That was my main message. And actually, that is controversial to say that this is a part of Sweden. I mean, I also said that Sharia law doesn't apply here. And I went through what the Islamic teachings say about gays.
I see. And oh, that's good. And but there wasn't a lot of pushback. The real pushback came from the university town and leftists, right?
That was last week. Then we talked only about Islam. This today was only about gay rights, but since this is a Muslim-dominated suburb, I also spoke about Islam. And since the left was sealed off and the people sitting in the square were, they were sitting there. They're usually from Somalia, and they didn't make a fuss. They thought we were a bit of an entertainment for half an hour, and then we left.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, great. Thanks. Is there anything else you need people to know about what's going on there?
Well, I would love for you to make some kind of PR for the free speech and free press conference I'm hosting 1st of October. It's a conference called Dangerous Words 250 because it's in the commemoration of the Swedish Freedom of the Press Act from 1766. which means that we're going to talk about free speech and freedom of the press today. And it's going to be Douglas Murray, it's going to be Anne-Marie Waters, it's going to be Daniel Pipes, it's going to be Abdel Amal Samad from Germany, it's an Arab, and hopefully Milo Yiannopoulos.
That's fantastic. When's that going to be?
1st of October, and it's a website called www.dangerouswords250.se. And it's going to be in English in Stockholm.